and one of the things we talked about was when Charlie's career was over and that transition and the transition that you're currently in. Um, and one of the things he told me that hurt him a lot was his agent at the time. He went from Billy Seisler to Jeff Schwartz in XL Sports, and Jeff hasn't called you since you've been done playing basketball. Mm-hmm. And Jeff was also the guy that fired me in 2009. So
and he's still in the game.
He's still in the game. He's
yeah, he does good. He does good. He does
yeah,
great.
There's no argument. I even said this to you on the phone when we talked. Like, he's good at his job. He knows how to get guys paid.
He's one of the best in the business, sure. Or the best.
Yeah. There's no argument there. But Charlie said to me, it hurt. Like, he and the XL employees all preached this family thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we're family.
And that's how they got you strategically, right? Like, they were sending stuff to your brother, your family.
Yep. And I remember, like, things like that when you tell, like, especially someone like myself at that age, that family to me is everything. I take that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying? So, and then with that time, just to kind of jump in on your, I know you on your story, Burn, but that really hurt me, man, because here I am, kind of basketball is almost, out the door, and I didn't have no, support from supposedly my family, right? And to me, it was a slap in the face. And again, it's like, what can you do for me? And what can you do for me lately type of moment? And if you can't put money in my pocket right now, then I don't really need you. You're disposable.
Yeah, for a lot of these young, go ahead.
No, I was just saying they essentially just look at you as an asset. So they're going to invest as long as they see an asset out of you.
Correct.
It is. Correct. That's also another rude awakening too, as well. And it's one of those things that young athletes have to also keep in mind. It's okay. Honestly, I think it's okay if you're an agent and you have a client and it's strictly business, right? Like if at some point the client has no value, then you may have to cut your ties, like any other investment, right? Now, like you would think in the sports world and the type of relationship, since it built early on, it's a different approach, right? You're building a genuine relationship. So you would think like there's some sort of organic emotion where like, I'm not going to do you dirty like that. Like we're still friends, we're still part of the family, but it's not at the end of the day. And I don't know if race plays a role there. I don't know if like a black agent makes a difference than a white agent. I don't know. I just know that, sometimes you got to look at it for what it is.
I think my humble opinion is that the thing that's doesn't sit well with me is the lying part of it. Like the fact that it's business is business, right? Like I got to trade you. I got to not deal with you anymore because I don't have the resources to deal with you anymore because you don't play in the NBA. Those are business rationale. But when it's like, yo, we ain't going to trade you unless Michael Jordan comes out of retirement and then we trade you 24 hours later, or it's your family. And the minute you can't make me money, you're not so much family. That's lying.
Yeah. I get it. You got to make a business decision sometimes. And I get it. And if it's trading me or letting me go, or, I can't do anything for your company no more, right? But that's not the relationship we had.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I had a relationship with Jeff since high school.
Right.
I've known Jeff since high school with him dealing with Lamar Odom.
Right. That's the emotion side of it, right? It's like,
so, I would go to certain events. I would do certain, like, just because Jeff was my guy. Right. I would do certain things because he's my guy.
You were at his engagement party.
And I was at his engagement, like,
it was a wedding.
His engagement, that's a good one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I was there too.
So it was more like I really had a bond with Jeff. Like there were times that me and Jeff would just talk, and then as my career went on and, I wasn't making as much noise as I was before, we started talking less and less and less and less. And then to the point where I haven't heard from him.
When's the last time you heard from him? A couple years ago?
I would say last time I played was 2016.
Wow.
5 years ago.
And I don't think you ever you never officially fired him, right? I mean, you never like.
Nah, I
saying,
never
it was
officially.
just like
I
it was
never
just like
really-
his last year with the Dallas Mavericks. You know, he just knew that there were some opportunities that came up overseas, but Charlie didn't want to explore those options, and you know, he just thought he was done playing. And after that, it was just like communication. Kind
Never asked me if I retired. Never asked me, what am I going to do after basketball? Never asked me like, hey, do you want to? Maybe we can do X, Y, and Z. Nah, never. And I remember it vividly when they were doing their presentation, when they was trying to hire me. I mean, recruit me, I should say.
when you were trying to hire them.
When I was trying to hire them. Yeah, that's what I meant. One of the things they said was life after basketball. This is a family, business. Life after basketball, we're going to prepare you, make sure you do X, Y, and Z, and, you're going to be good with us type of deal. And it wasn't that at all.